Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm currently on my way to Chicago O'Hare International Airport on another solo adventure. Well, it's not all going to be solo. You'll see on days 2 and 3. This will be day 1 of a 4-day trip, but first things first, I'm on my way to park the car. But where am I going today? Well, if you didn't read the title, I'm off to Ohio. Cleveland specifically. Wait a minute. Ohio? The fart of it all? Well, that just about sums up Ohio and my thoughts on it. So today I'm going to be off to Cleveland. I'm actually going to be spending my time in Columbus, but I'm flying to Cleveland as it was $200 less to fly to Cleveland instead of Columbus where I need to be. And today I'll be flying United Airlines. And I'm going to admit ahead of time that United is actually my favorite airline. Now, I haven't flown United since October of 2022, mostly because I didn't fly anywhere in 2023. I also flew Delta and Southwest in 2024, and so far this year, I've flown Delta and Southwest. The rest of my flights in 2025 will either be with United or Lufthansa, and even though I live in Milwaukee, I do consider the Chicago airports as home airports, mainly because it's crazy expensive to fly out of Mitchell Airport here in Milwaukee. Anyways, I'm going to be flying economy on all the legs of this trip. I'm not one to splurge on first class accommodations when I travel, mostly because I don't have the money or the miles to do so. Plus, I try to keep things affordable when I travel. Heck, you aren't getting a hotel room review on this trip because I'm staying at a friend's house and I don't want to share anything about their house just out of respect. Now that we're past security, let's find the gate. Today we're flying out of gate B3 at O'Hare, and there's a flight that's heading down to Cancun, so there's no use sitting here when we're early. Let's walk around the terminal a bit. I'm going to speed it up a little bit just for the heck of it. Now personally, I like the terminals here at O'Hare. If you're into plane spotting, you've come to the right place. Also, there are a lot of things to eat and a lot of shops to check out if you're into that sort of thing. Even if you have a long layover, you won't be bored at O'Hare. Now, one thing you can do to pass the time, and it is free, is walk. You can easily walk between terminals 1, 2, and 3. Now, Terminal 5 is separated from the rest, but you can still get a long walk into Terminal 5 if you're there. And once again, there's a lot to see, and did I mention it was free? Another thing is that I did not get much footage on this trip out of town today. I was just exhausted, I didn't get much sleep, and I was mostly concerned with just getting down to Columbus and just wanting to get out of town. Also, this is on me as well. There were a few times where I forgot to turn on the camera as I left. Next thing you know, we'll be on the ground in Cleveland. Now this is my first time at Cleveland Hopkins Airport, and I could see why Continental used Hopkins as one of their hubs. The concourse was well designed and had a lot of natural lighting. Now it's a long walk to baggage claim, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up again. And yes, I had to check a bag today because I had brought back vanilla from my trip to Cancun for my friend, and since I brought back a liter of vanilla, it had to go in a checked bag. But also, there was no room in the overhead bins, so I also had to check my carry-on bag as well. So, no biggies. When I arrived at baggage claim, I saw that the bags from our plane were already on the belt, and I found my carry-on backpack. Then I looked further down the belt and saw that my normal carry-on bag was on the opposite side of the belt. Grabbed both of those and made my way to the rental car shuttle. Now around this time, my camera battery ran out of charge, so I didn't film anything here either. This is a bit of a recurring theme though, isn't it? Me running out of battery or having some sort of an issue. Wait till day 3, it'll get worse. Now, the ride to the Consolidated Rental Car Center is about 6 minutes from the terminal building. So what am I driving on this trip? A 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5. And yes, I'm running an EV. Now, I honestly don't want to make this political or anything. That's not what I'm here for, it's not what I'm about. I honestly do like the car. So stay tuned for a full review on the car and electric vehicle charging and all that stuff at a later date. So after getting into the car, loading up my bags, taking pictures of the car for my own documentation, and getting Apple CarPlay set up, I was ready to head down to the suburbs of Columbus. I had to go to Reynoldsburg first to charge the car since that was closest to where I was staying. I was looking on either ChargeHub or PlugShare, I can't remember which app I was looking at, and saw this new charging station called Iona. Iona is owned by a consortium of automakers looking to make electric vehicle charging more accessible. And personally, I think they nailed what I think the future of EV charging would be. They have a convenience store attached, but when I arrived, the door was locked and there was a guy sitting inside, but he wouldn't let me in. And I really needed to go to the bathroom. So I stood outside of the car holding it until I could make it to my friend's house, which was 30 minutes later. That was not fun. But that'll do it for day 1 of my trip to Ohio. There's not much here for today. Wait for the next 3 videos and you'll see more from this trip. Join me next time when I go to Cedar Point. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.